Hmm. Trixie, what happened to martial art for you, sir? Well, Twilight, apparently he got the inspiration from Masako to go and check out a few Bra and Vegeta images. That really killed him. But that should be fine. He's been able to take that before. Then he proceeded to check out Ruby and Yang fan art, and he found an adorable one. Oh my god. Well, we gotta do something. He runs the show. We don't get him, we don't have a show, and we're out of a job. Don't worry. Trixie's got it. Ahem. My sorry for easier. Yang is outside your door right now, wanting to give you the ride of your life. Really? Funny, Trixie. Funny. Hello, and welcome back to Fandom Fridays, where we proceed to check out all the fanfics that are not pony related. Why? Because it's Christmas, and it's a lot of fun. Because it's Christmas, and it's number one. You know, we've done a lot of my favorite shows on this channel so far. From Danny Phantom and Ghostbusters, to Power Rangers and Babylon 5. But I've kind of noticed something lately. This is a small tidbit. I noticed I've been kind of leaving out one show I love to death. A series that I find to be absolutely fantastic and I'll always go back to. Something I've been kind of wanting to watch again. Avatar: The Last Airbender. I realize we've gone through almost 3 years of this show, and there's not a single Avatar fic on my repertoire. Oh, we've got Maiken, Sailor Moon, DBZ, and so much more. But we've never actually got to see memes about how much I love about Avatar. I think that's for a change. And what better time to do it around than Christmas? Like I said, this is that little constant that there's always a Christmas fic. Somehow, the fandom of any show will find a way to put Christmas into your story. Even if it sort of doesn't make sense. Especially for Avatar, where there is no Jesus. The closest thing you got to a Jesus is that bald kid over there with a arrow on his head. So, without further ado, stay back and sweet here at the Berry Memorial Library and proud to present Azula's Christmas Tale by Enemy Angel Forever. Enjoy. Azula's Christmas Tale by Enemy Angel Forever. First chapter, only chapter. The day was Christmas Eve. The weather was hot and humid, while a princess of the Fire Nation sat inside the cool place, where she sat upon her throne, studying her nails, while her friend Ty Lee sat across from her, with a smile strained to her face, watching Azula carefully for the right moment to speak up. "Tomorrow is Christmas!" she said excitedly. "Are you excited?" The princess turned to her friend. "Christmas is a stupid holiday that's not even worth my time." She glanced back at her nails with weak interest. "Christmas is a waste of people's time. We should seriously ban it." She peeked a glance at her bubbly friend, whose excited expression turned to disappointment. "You don't like Christmas, Azula? I thought you probably would. You seem to enjoy it as a child." Bloop. Paragraph news speaker. I was only acting then. If only the world knew the truth of this Santa, old man, she sneered. I would love to see the disappointment of those ridiculous children's faces. She swung her legs that were resting on the armrests around and leapt to her feet. "Come on, Ty Lee. Let's go to the village. Perhaps I should snatch something that would be useful, like a dagger." Ty Lee's frown turned to a fake smile, but Azula saw right through her and smirked. As Ty Lee saw her fake grin, "Oh, yes!" The two friends went to Azula's room to gather some gold. At the same time, Azula disguised herself with Ty Lee's help before leaving the Callous Guards with her loyal friend. They walked down the marketplace, observing the items that were on sale. Just as they turned a corner, they saw a group of 6 people singing traditional Christmas songs with smiles on their faces. Azula just snorted as she passed by, sticking her nose high as Ty Lee smiled. "Oh, how nice! They're singing some Christmas carols!" "That's the most pathetic thing I've ever seen, other than my brother's weak actions. So yeah, quickly the last part with a sneer. Swiftly, before Tylee could react, the princess spun her heel and walked over to Carolyn smoothly and asked Nancy, "Can I join you?" "Why, sure." The man from the group handed her a scroll as he read the lyrics, but to her mistake, she snatched all the scrolls and engulfed them into actions. "I hope you memorized them," she said sweetly with a smirk, and hurried back to Tylee. Tylee just sighed heavily, knowing that Azula would have done that sooner or later. Looking about, she glanced at one of the shop's windows and grabbed the princess's hand, dragging her over. Azula, look at that! Tylee pressed her hands on the glass window, staring with dreamy eyes. Azula just sighed and rolled her eyes. "Oh, Tylee, what's so special about that dress? It doesn't even look good." "No, I'm not looking at the dress here. I'm looking at the one the very back." She pulled Azula closer into the glass and pointed. "Do you see that pink dress?" Her voice trailed off when she saw her parents looking at the very strange dress he was pointing to. She squealed and skipped away happily from the shop before successfully performing a triple backflip to Azula. "Oh my gosh! My parents must be getting that for me! They must be! Maybe they saw us, Azula! Maybe they saw how much I was admiring it!" Azula just rolled her eyes and played along. "Oh my gosh! Good for you!" She spun around and waved. "I'm going home. If I'll see you tomorrow, if you're available." Tylee grinned and jumped up and down before dashing home. Azula looked over her shoulder, watching Tylee go, thinking to herself, how does she even enjoy Christmas like that? It's so pathetic. I mean, just how do people even enjoy celebrating when we have jobs to do? She huffed angrily. People of this year are so pathetic. She paused, except for Father and I. She grinned darkly as she passed by the singers who had now new scrolls. However, with just one flick of the wrist, she shot effortlessly 3 tiny flames into paper, setting them on fire, causing the singers to panic, dropping the scrolls that were quickly consumed. She grinned cruelly. It's fun to play with that fire every now and then. Back at the palace, she sat on her throne, eating grapes as a snack to entertain herself, since there was nothing to do. A guard entered her room and bowed before her. "Princess, we have some visitors from the village. Do you like to ask you something? What do you wish, Princess?" She frowned. "Is it worth my time?" "In my point of view, yes, Your Highness," replied the guard weakly, praying to Agni that he wouldn't be roasted. The room was silent with parting thoughts. The guard found this much too quiet. More like deathly quiet. "Bring them in," she replied to his surprise. She waved her hand as he stood up and bowed once more before facing the guests. She took another grape and threw it into her mouth before anyone could see her, and quickly looked up to see who guests were. "Your Highness!" The 2 men that were brought in by the guard bowed down to the princess as she stated, "What is your reason here?" Paragraph! New sentence, new speaker! Is that rule so hard to follow? The 2 men sat on their knees glancing at the princess. Your Highness, we were hoping to collect some money for the poor. It is Christmas Eve, and many have no food for the holidays." Azula looked uninterested. "And I should care because—" She trailed off, so they could state their reason. They looked at each other, unsure how to answer without being shot by fire or lightning. "Because that's what kind people do? Have you met Azula?" mumbled the second man weakly. He was afraid. You could see his entire body shaking, fear in his eyes. He knew who he was talking to. She smirked darkly to herself before standing up and glancing at her long, sharp nails before glancing back at them. "Why don't you just give them all your money, then? It would make you a caring, kind person." She looked at them with no emotions on her face. "Or is it that you are one of the poor families as well, and is pretending to say that they are raising money for the poor? What a wonderful act!" The first man protested without holding back. "He is a dead man! We are poor. We just care about people and wanted to have a happy Christmas, like the rest of us." I just had this thought, but where's mine?" "My family's Jewish." "Oh, well, that explains everything." that is another reason why Christmas rubbish. It wastes people money who can't even afford the holidays. How sad. She said sarcastically at the last part, frown growing on her face. You two were a waste of my time. Be gone before you can celebrate your so-called cherry holiday of yours in the Medic House, or even just die here, she said furiously, but in a calm tone that probably scared the guts out of the guards who were serving the scene nearby. The two men didn't even bother bowing. They scurried out in a flash, but not fast enough for her to miss a small flame that was aimed at the robe they wore, and was now on fire. She smirked, hearing their panic in their voices from their scream of surprise. Looks like they'll have to go into their town in their underpants. It was a perfect way to humiliate themselves on Christmas Eve. Tired and bored, she left the throne room and headed to the kitchen to snatch a quick meal from the chef before heading to bed. She walked down the silent halls that echoed her footsteps. She wondered what her father was doing. She hadn't seen him all day. He was probably at a long war meeting that she would have attended, but was too lazy to go to today. Which explains her slight boredom, except for the funny part, shooting things on fire. Opening her bedroom door, she saw the two maids, one closing her windows, while the other was putting wood in the fireplace that was not lit yet. Azula frowned. Why are you closing my windows? And why are you putting wood in my fireplace? Is it a little hot for that? The maids chuckled about sweetly before replying, A cold front is coming in, so it's probably going to be windy tonight. Even if we are lucky, it'll snow like it did 100 years ago. Azula furrowed her eyebrows. Well, that sucks. You are dismissed. The two women bowed before replying with a charming voice, Merry Christmas, Princess Azula! They laughed before she could scowl. What is with people in Christmas? She quickly took her crown out of her hair and undone her bun, and was setting her hair loose. It swiftly changed to her nightgown and saw a small spark at the fireplace before crawling to bed and fell down asleep. A cold breeze whipped at Azula's face. Woke up sharply, jumping out of bed at the defense stance. She scanned her room before realizing the maids were right. It was going to be windy tonight. Closing the window shut, blocking the bare cold before glancing over to her fireplace when the flames had died earlier that night. Glancing at the moon, she noticed that, despite the precision it was in the sky, it was about midnight. She groaned, rubbing her head before gathering some spare wood in a box and threw it into the fireplace before shooting a fire spark. The fireplace darkened the dark room. She sighed as she crawled back into bed and closed her eyes, but swiftly snapped them open when she heard a strange noise. Bolting up straight in her bed, she scanned the room. She noticed someone or something that appeared out of thin air as she yelped at the sight. Good evening, Princess Azula. I am the spirit of Christmas past. The spirit was dressed in red and had a long, straight white beard. No, you are not. You are that stupid, pathetic avatar. I am not stupid, you know, Roku. It does not matter if I am a decent avatar. I am here to do my duty, he replied smoothly. And what does it have to do with you being in my room? She snapped angrily. You can save your questions later. Come, princess. He snapped his fingers and a bright light appeared, blinding Azula's eyes and forcing her to close them. When the light faded, she noticed he wasn't in her room anymore. She looked around. What the hell happened? She scowled, glanced at the little girl, decorating a Christmas tree. She had a sad expression on her face. Jeez, I must have a twin or something. She groaned. That brat looks like me. Roku frowned. That is you. Azula almost snapped. I beg your pardon. I told you, I am the ghost of Christmas past, which is obviously why I'm showing your Christmas past. He stated slowly. I don't understand a word you said. Repeat that, will you? She arched an eyebrow, wanting a better explanation. I am showing you your Christmas past. That is why I'm called Christmas past. Understand now? He asked with an annoying expression on his face. Suddenly, a little boy that appeared older than the little girl smiled as he ran over, shouting excitedly, Azula, can I help? Must be the past. We have a happy Zuko. She sneered. Why should I want help from you? He pouted. 'Cause I want to decorate too, you know. She thought for a second before replying. Fine, but I get to put the angel on top, Suzu. Don't call me that. He pouted, before once more handing Azula another decoration and hung one himself. The two children finished decorating the tree, while trying to find solutions how to reach the top to place the angel there. Hey, Zuko, began the young girl, why don't you lift me up or something? Not like you aren't strong enough. She smirked at the last part. Or are you actually weak? Zuko huffed. I'm strong enough to lift you. Rounding counseled through the pale fellows on the tree and grinned. There, so in case I do drop you, you have something plushy to land on. I'm glad you do have a brain to do that, Zuzu. Zuko ignored her as he looked her on his shoulders, swayed a bit before gaining balance. Jeez, be careful, Zuko. I really don't want to fall. Me neither. He snorted as he held himself steady as he reached his angel to the top. A little closer. Higher or closer? Closer. She replied as he took a step forward, swayed back and forth to keep his balance. Almost. Got it! She laughed excitedly just as Zuko lost his balance. The angel was luckily placed on top of the tree before the two children fell into pillows before them. Zuko and Azula laughed with glee. There are just so many things wrong with this scene. What? The Zuko laughing? The Azula laughing happily towards each other? Or the Zuko and Azula laughing together happily? All three. As their mother hurried into the room. What was that noise? She got to the tree. Ah, you did a beautiful job. Who put the angel on top? Azula did, grinned Zuko. I helped her up. And then he fell. Smirked Azula as her mother chuckled again. Time for lunch now. We'll show your father when he's done with his war meetings. Ah, and that's what ruins it. Ozai, you know, you have this tendency to ruin the most happiest of cases for Zuko and Azula. I bet Zuko and Azula would actually have a happy life if it weren't for you, you piece of slime. I'm sorry, were you saying something? Men, kill him. Uh-oh. It's a good thing I practiced surf bending! Roku smiled. You seem to enjoy Christmas then. That was past. She frowned, not showing any emotions on her face. Yet, her eyes looked slightly sad if you looked carefully. However, Roku wasn't aware of it, as she continued. It has nothing to do with the present. The events that happened in the past are meant to be forgotten. That is where you're wrong, Azula. History wouldn't exist if the past were forgotten. Knowledge never would have improved since people wouldn't be able to learn from past mistakes that others have made, replied Roku as he looked back at her. Time to go back. Eh? She looked around as the blinding light returned in a flash and faded back into her room. She was sitting here alone. No one was there. Was I awake there? Must have been a bad dream. That was no dream, Azula. A voice corrected. Okay, who is this now? She scowled angrily. I am really getting sick of not being able to go back to bed. Now will you leave me alone, Avatar, dammit! She pulled her covers over her head, and yet it was just about to be thrown off. She looked to see who it was now. She gasped and shot a fireball at the figure, who quickly blocked it with his hand without any damage done. What the hell are you doing here, Zuko? I thought you decided to go off with the Avatar. Wait a sec. I think there's a problem with the continuity here. If this is set right when Zuko goes off with the Avatar, then that would put this somewhere in the middle of summer. Now, if the author has said go off looking for the Avatar, then it'd be okay because that would put that into the middle of winter. But that is not the case. Which brings me to my second point, that this is happening, what, a few days before anything major can happen, that Ty Lee is still here? That still doesn't answer my question where Mai is. Oh, it's not ruining the fic for me. It's just that I love her continuity. And seeing it being flamethrower like this is making me depressed. Her brother frowned. I may be your brother, but I was given a duty tonight. Right now, I'm playing the role of Spirit of Christmas Present. You have got to be kidding me. She scowled. What kind of dream is this? He sighed. This is no dream, Azula. Now, accept it already. Come, we are going for a walk. Well, explain. How the hell did you get into my room? Or even... I'm not literally here, Azula. I told you already. I am here to do my duty. And what is that? She pressed angrily. Yet he did not answer, just swiftly grabbed her wrist and opened the window before leaping out and dragging her behind. Hey! Where the hell do you think you're taking me? She demanded. You'll dare. You'll say. I can't believe you actually did this, Father. I can't... Save it for when we encounter again sometime when we are in reality. I don't have time for this. He interrupted sharply, cutting off her sentence. He literally tried to growl into the air, flying, holding her wrist with a firm grip. Okay, seriously, this has to be a dream. You can't fly in reality, Zuko. Who says I can't? He smirked slightly. Pardon! She was very confused with her brother right now. He seemed to be enjoying confusing her. I'm just kidding. He laughed softly before landing right by his shack-looking house. Well, in my heart of hearts, I believe Zuko can fly. He can do anything. Fanboy. 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 Oh, like nobody else here on this table is a Zuko fanboy. See? What is this piece of trash? She sneered. Why are you showing me trash? He just grumbled to himself, dragging her inside. Inside there was a mat, a single blanket, and a pillow, and a small dot resting on the pillow. Why are you showing me this? She asked again, but this time with a frown expressed on her face, while waiting for an answer. Sniffling sobs came from around a dark corner. Go. He pushed her towards a dark corner where small choking sobs were echoed. As Azula got closer, she recognized who it was immediately. The princess spun around to her brother with a surprisingly worried face. Is this happening right now? He crossed his arms across his chest and nodded slowly, before replying. I didn't even know you were actually human, Azula. I didn't think you would have emotions. He peeked at her, observing a scene that was never seen before. It said that one time they were at Ember Island together with their friends for vacation. But that was a long time ago. Okay, maybe a few weeks. But that was it. Stupid family! Stupid sisters! Stupid parents! The girl muttered soberly. Azula was quiet. She was unusually silent. There was a moment of dead silence between Zuko and Azula. So, it was silent then, except for the girl's muffling sobs. I think I understand more why Ty Lee ran away from the circus. Why she accepts her name as Circus Freak as a compliment. Zuko nodded, agreeing with Azula. You know, she ran away from home this evening. Her family's throwing a Christmas party. Zuko trailed off. By the looks of it, she was left out, excluded from the group. He sighed. You'll probably find her back home by morning. I doubt she'll stay out here all night. It's dangerous. You aren't making things better, Zuko. Azula snapped. She was pissed off. Not only she couldn't get her beauty sleep, but now her friend was out in the cold. Okay, guys, I know this might seem odd, but I think I know how I can explain this in a review. But you could, he replied simply. He snapped his fingers and he returned to their room. But instantly, he disappeared, leaving her to hear one last phrase from him. Merry Christmas, Azula. Shut up, Zuzu! She snarled. She was grumpy. She was tired. It must be about 1 in the morning. She yawned and was about to crawl back into bed when a red-hooded figure placed a hand on her shoulder and turned her around. She scowled angrily. Can't you stupid spirits leave me in peace to have my beauty sleep? She thought furiously to herself. This all better be some damn dream. She paused. Tylee better actually be home if this is a dream. The figure did not speak. I'm going to take a guess. Some stupid spirit of the past, then present. I'm going to guess that you are the future spirit of Christmas. She made the word future sound sarcastic and eerie. Instead of replying, he nodded, before waving his hands, making the stupid blinding light reappearing again. Azula was seriously getting sick of this routine. They stood in a snow-covered city. Azula looked around, scanning the area. Where are we? The spirit did not answer, but used her body language to make Azula look over to a crowd of people gathered around a circle. Did you want me to see what is going on? She asked, tapping her foot waiting for an answer. No reply from the spirit. What are you? Mute, she snapped. Fine. I'll look and get this over with. Hopefully you will be the last of the so-called Christmas spirit I see tonight and go back to my healthy beauty sleep. She grumbled tiredly as she stomped over to the crowd and stood there waiting for an exclamation. Poor child. Who knew she was starving herself? I didn't think that girl would even go through about suicide.
So lovely, so cheerful.
That was all Azula needed to hear to instantly know what was going on. It was Tylee's funeral. She walked right through the crowd and ran over to a coffin where everyone was giving Tylee their final beating farewell. Azula stared at Tylee's cold face. No way. Tylee wouldn't be that stupid. I wouldn't. She stopped and looked at the spirit shot. Is she really going to die? Is she starving herself? This is the future, not the present. But the present won't affect the future. It depends. You can change the future by protecting the present. The spirit whispered softly, a wise tone to it. So the spirit wasn't mute after all. So I can make sure that Tylee doesn't commit suicide by shoving food down her throat? Azula asked the spirit and chuckled softly. My time is up. I think you understand now. What was I supposed to understand? Why you don't like Christmas? Azula thought for a second before the spirit answered for her, since she was hopeless to answer the question. But she didn't know it herself. You don't like Christmas because you are always lonely. Azula unconsciously nodded. Small tears formed in her eyes. Her face was trembling. She wasn't used to crying. She hadn't cried or spilled a tear since she was 4. I am so damn lonely. My dad doesn't spend Christmas with me. Yeah, I know better than this. I should really just go to the meetings, she stopped. But it's still so lonely. Eating alone, training alone. She split tears. I miss people that I hate. I'm damn surprised that I miss Zuko, because he was my entertainment. I miss Uncle. His annoying speeches can make the day go by faster. I miss my mom, even though she thinks of me as a monster. The spirit approached her and wrapped her into a hug. The spirit whispered into her ear warmly and softly. I never thought of you as a monster, Azula. Azula looked up to see her mother's sad, smiling face. Mom. The blinding light appeared as she last heard from her mother. Merry Christmas, Azula. Merry Christmas. Note to self. Read asserts. Azula bolted awake, gasped, breathing heavily. She saw tear stains mark on her pillows. She felt her face and slapped herself to make sure she was awake. Ow! Yep, she was awake. That sunlight shone down on her face was warm and bright. She turned to the window, only to be surprised by spying puffy white things falling from the sky. It's snowing. Yeah, it's really weird considering the fact that this is freaking summer, and according to the timeline, it's, just before the summer solstice. Yeah. Now that I know they said the Ember Island incident happened just a few weeks ago, that puts it right in the middle of summer. We missed Christmas! She slowly walked to the frosted windows and gazed to the city. It was covered in thick sheets of snow. It had been 100 years since it snowed in the Fire Nation. Turning to her closet, she quickly got dressed and dashed out of the room, leaving her head down and her crown behind. Dashing downstairs, she bolted out the door as the maids called to her. "Princess, don't you want to open your—" "Later!" she shouted as she ran at full speed out of the palace's territory. Clicking her coat, she dashed to a store and slammed the door, shouting, "I need a cake! I need a gift! Anyone got cake and a gift?" "Well, there is a bakery that's opened down this morning. They're excellent to goods. Thanks!" She was at the door. Wait, did she just say thanks to a peasant? She quickly shrugged off the thought and dashed to the bakery to demand, "I need strawberry cheesecake right now!" Everyone stared at her with surprise before the manager shouted, "You heard the young lady! Make some strawberry cheesecake now!" He turned to her. "Don't be 20 gold pieces." "Here!" She blurted, handing her 20 gold pieces as the cake arrived in a box and handed it to her before she ran out the store like a mad airbender. Why is that ticked off? Dashing to another store, she spotted a specific gift before rushing out and heading over to Ty Lee's house. Knocking at the door, she was greeted by one of Ty Lee's sisters, who looked exactly like Ty Lee. It looks like she meant it when literally that she has 7 or whatever number of sisters that look the same. Azula thought, sighing. "Oh, by the way, I'm calling foul! 10-point penalty for using literally twice." "Yes? Is that all you can say to your Royal Highness?" Azula demanded. "I'm here to see Ty Lee. Where is she?" The girl gasped and quickly bowed. "My deepest apologies, Princess. I didn't realize you were without your crown." "Azula?" Ty Lee came skipping down the stairs and grinned. "Hey, Azula! Merry Christmas!" Her sister gawked that Azula was cool with Ty Lee, ignoring the formalities. "And Merry Christmas to you, Ty Lee. Do you want to hang out today?" She asked with hope gleaming in her eyes. "I don't know," began Ty Lee, unsure, while looking back at where her family was eating breakfast. "I got strawberry cake," grinned Azula. Ty Lee strung around his right. "You did not!" She grabbed her coat and motioned Azula to hang on a second while she ran to get something. "How come Ty Lee doesn't have that formal to you?" sneered the sibling who opened the door. Azula smirked. "Unlike you, she's my friend from childhood. Just because she doesn't call me Princess or Your Highness, doesn't give you your choice to call me by name or alone." She lit a blue fireball to bounce on her hand, "unless you want to mess with me." The girl gulped as Ty Lee ran downstairs and grinned. "Let's go!" The two girls ran out the door towards the palace, laughing with glee. It was nice that neither of them would spend their Christmas alone. This story was really sweet, cute, very memorable, and well, it's Christmas. I will admit, though, that Azula is kind of OOC out of this, but this is one of those moments I could probably explain a little like canon and about her closeness and maybe some more deeper meaning into her feelings and how much she sees as Ty Lee as a friend. Granted, an annoying one, but hear me out on this. Remember, Azula only really started going into her full-on mental breakdown mode the moment she got rid of the only two girls she considered her friends, Ty Lee and Mai. So, yeah, maybe she valued them more than she let on. I mean, after all, she already pointed out at one point during the Ember Island that, yeah, she did kind of hated the fact that she was there was more to her. She hated the fact that she was put into this level, and she hated the fact that she was kind of pushed to this point. This is why I kind of love Azula, because of her character depth, and why she's my favorite villain of Avatar: The Last Airbender, even going above Ozai. I mean, yeah, I love Ozai. He's awesome. He was a great final boss. He had all that was needed to bring out a great epic duel. But if you were truly to look at the list of villains of Avatar, to straight out put them all in a row, yeah, I would pick Azula every time. And you know how some people made a 2 hour documentary on Sutara? I could probably go 1 hour on everything I love about Azula right now. Okay, let's get that out of the way. But yeah, we get to see some really good character depth for her here. We get to see how much loneliness has affected her, how much she actually values the ability to have power and control. And maybe that power and control also means that there's something she's been wanting, something that she's just not getting and she desires. I also love the moment with Ursa. I don't know if a scene like that pops up in the search, but it was a really good moment that maybe Azula really needed. Because again, let's not forget, the moment she was truly alone, the moment that all of her control was gone, the moment she lost anything that connected her to a real world, she lost it. The woman who valued her control over people and her older brother so much was vanished as he went mad. So I like how this thing actually touches upon that. And maybe it's not as OOC as you may think. Because in Avatar: The Search, we see a little something between Zuko and Azula, where we see that Azula can and is willing to actually do a little something for her own redemption. Even if that spark was only there for just a minute. And if they were to continue on with the comics past their recent arc, I kind of do wish Azula would come back. Because if there's one complaint I have about Korra, it's two. Number 1, Season 2 of Korra. Number 2, did we never get an explanation of what happened to Sokka and Azula and Ty Lee and Mai? I mean, we got the rest of the cast. We know where Zuko's taking out. Hi, Zuko. But we don't know what Mai's doing right about now. We don't know what Iroh's grandmother's doing. We don't know how Ty Lee hanged out. Oh, she filled up nicely. Ow! We don't know where Azula is. We don't know what Sokka went through. I mean, Katara said that most of her friends are gone, but, well, by the end of Season 4, there's Toph! Voiced by Mimi from Digimon. Words cannot describe how awesome that is. That is cool. We don't know where some of the other characters are. What about some of the rest of the background cast? I mean, yeah, sure. Yumi's hanging out on the moon. She's right now having tea and crumpets with Princess Luna. More tea, Nightmare Moon? I will banish the entire world in eternal night! But if you guys truly do not believe that maybe there is that much death, or if maybe Azula isn't feeling as lonely as I may think, I'd like to leave you with this one message. Come a little closer. Come a little closer. Just remember one little thing. Azula always lies. Azula always lies. Merry Christmas, Azula. Butt soup. That was one down. That's more to go. I'll see you next time.